Hello boys, my name is Yoshi. Welcome back to my 100% vibe playthrough of Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition for Nintendo Switch. Although it's not really mine anymore, we've pretty much experienced most of the game now. Not all of it. In the last video we left off trying to do the battle and boss challenges with every single character. We're on Sheik right now. This is the second part of trying to get Sheik done. Split each into two parts to make them more watchable for people. So, this is the second part. We'll be just doing the survival battles here, but they should all be pretty easy. I think so far only survival battle level 1 is really giving anybody problems, and also it's still pretty easy to take out once you know what you're doing. The problem is there's just hardly any troops to get your rank with, so it could be quite tricky to do at first. So for this reason, I always do a strategy here to make it simpler. So basically, you just use Magic Fountain at the very start of the battle, and just clear as many troops as you can early on before each squad returns. Because you'll get more and more troops that appear over time, and you only have them spawn later. Also, when missions like this happen, that's nice, because then it delays the enemy spawn even more. I need to basically just spam magic. So yeah, if we needed magic, then this is definitely the battle for it. It'll be more interesting when we have to go in later battles, but for now, having it is very important. In the later battles, we'll do the opposite, instead focusing on maybe getting magic, using it just one time, but then just focusing on taking out the assassins to quickly clear through the battle itself. Got so much magic actually, and that helped out a lot. Most of this is just safety strategies, just to ensure that this is actually get defeated too quickly. There we go. This should be the next last defeated. I want to hold off a bit, actually. Yeah. I know we could have defeated more, but then it would have actually delayed the ending a bit, because we were about to get 1,000 kills. I forgot to mention, whenever you get Sin 500, or basically every 500 kills you get, a message pops up. There are message pop-ups when you try to finish a particular battle part. It won't let you move on to the next battle version yet until you finish that off. And by the way, the strategy I mentioned with the magic, I'm using this for the first two survival battles because they're the only ones that you can realistically fail the A rank on. The others, you probably could just use it a little bit and still be fine as long as you go somewhat fast. It is a bit tricky at first. Fun fact, because not much knowledge is known, the speed run of a game I watched that does this on 100% missed the A rank a couple of times on this map. Because it's quite tricky. You don't really get much enemies to play around with, so it's actually really tough to do normally. Double that if you're playing on the original version, where you pretty much have to take your sweet time and stuff done. Thankfully, it seems like the time for the battle doesn't require that you go fast. I think you just have to get a certain amount of health. Although I could be wrong, I forgot. It's been so long after all. There we go. Field is defeated. Oh, we'll just wait. Thanks to here. Taking Goma out first. She's the faster of the two bosses there. Excuse me. I'm right here, Goma. You don't have to stall. Maybe I should just go and taste to make her notice me. That would be a good idea. No, I'll probably have to use an air special here. There we go. I didn't do the flame strategy, so I messed up a little bit as a result. Okay. Just now decided me. Thankfully, that's not really that big of a deal. Oh yeah, we also have the enemies. We should get rid of Manandla, and now we just need to use one more magic to be safe, although could just have the A rank capped out at 2,000 mil, so I'm not sure. We'll probably just use magic near the big boss and just try to take him out quickly. I will say, I did get a new chord since the last time we played this, and switching to it has helped out a lot. So far, I have not noticed any problems when it comes to recording issues, so that is very helpful. Almost immediately rolled away. That's the only trolley part of not being able to stun is in this I guess you can partially freeze them if they get that, but otherwise there's not much you can do. As you might have noticed, Sheik is a ridiculously safe strategy you can do. If you can't knock them down, all you have to do is spam your flame attack repeatedly. That takes a good chunk of their health, and you can get into a loop where you can basically do it over and over again. Probably the only thing you would want then is set up Magic Fountain plus weaken them once, but then use Focus Spirit so you cannot get knocked back, because you cannot be knocked back while in Focus Spirit mode. You also cannot die while in that mode, allowing you to pretty much immune through and eventually special down into to defeat it. Even if you get down to your last bar of health, you should be able to typically take them out before the time arrives. So that's a really good strategy for taking out the giant bosses in that mode, if you don't want to get knocked back every few minutes. So yeah, that first run until only 7 minutes or so. 6 minutes in-game time. About 8 minutes in real time. So that was a pretty fast battle. That will be just as fast. This one can also be tough to get the A rank, but after you know how to use Magic Fountain, it's honestly not that bad. It seems kind of wasteful to do it in the battles, but believe me, you do want to do it. Especially in Survival Level 1, it can be quite tough to get all the troops you need otherwise. So it is very important that you do it. Anyway, on the other hand, it's nice we're getting these Ocarina of Time maps with Sheik. Very fitting considering your character status, that is. Alright. Okay, that's not gonna work really good. Jeez, gonna make me wait for it? There we go. Again, lots of these are unnecessary, but in the first 2 survival labs, I feel like every time I don't do it, I will miss the A rank. And after all, we're trying to have as battle worlds as possible, and I think that makes sense to show the full video of me actually getting most of these battles. Although I said that, and I'm starting to cut out raid battle time simply because of how long that battle takes. I'm not doing it for all the battles though. Like, I'm not doing it for Rush Battle because that one's already only 6 minutes long, so not much time will be lost or gained. So, I figure I could use that to show off some of the characters' animations if I've missed any. And I'll just attack these guys. And attack the prison. Alright. Immediately chunk them down. Oh, what am I doing? I was trying to use magic. For some reason I was hitting the wrong button there. There we go. That was much better. Just have the summoner left for magic stash tube. This is a... Oh yeah, this is where they start trying to get more powerful, but this early on you don't really need to defeat the magic stash tube. You can just destroy the boss really quickly. Okay, well we're not even close to the Thousand Kings yet, so we'll just do that part normally this time. While it's not required, I will always go going for all the HP tubes when I can. Your allied units are pretty important for getting HP, since that's the only way you can get potentially full heals and also just normal heals. Alright. By the way, if I'm doing the normal battles, I'll actually skip the first couple of waves and wait until later to start using my magic. But otherwise, using it early is still very important because we get bombos on the entire enemy side, which makes it a lot easier to take out overall. We have Link, normal Link this time. Okay, that still worked somehow. Okay. This time we want to take out the rally captain pretty much immediately. And take out the summoner before he brings a giant boss in, so... Alright. I think I'm gonna have to use Extreme Crush on Hard Rock, since that's the only one who can even take an Extreme Crush right now at this point. Kind of sucks how useless Extreme Crush is on these survival battles due to the fact that things just simply cannot be Extreme Crush. At first I thought it was a bug, but then I realized they likely have super armor like the King Dodongo did in that one storyline mode. many people probably forgot about that because you don't even need to defeat King Dodongo in that mode, and it's already pretty easy to do so. Okay, Mantle is my weak advantage as Sheik, so means we can defeat him really fast if we just use the flame attack a few times. And because I want to freeze it funny, we're going to do a funny animation so we can finish her off with that. There we go. I just wanted to look cool there. Alright. We should only have to do this one more time and we'll be fine. Now this should be the last wave. Only difference is there's more giant bosses this time. Oh, I did not want to stall there. Probably it's essential, but I did not. What's so funny, though, is that because of the way Goma's setup works, laser attack happens to not only be the only attack where you can knock them down at, but it's also the easiest type to extreme tensor, because any other attack Goma might mostly just dodge your extreme crushes when you try to get that. But by the way, just to give you a in case you haven't forgotten, here's what happens if you try to do stuff. I'll just show you. Extreme Crush just makes them knock back. If you try to attack them, yeah, that does nothing either. You are literally going to miss all of your attacks automatically if you try to do Extreme Crush on them. For this reason, the only way to take out bosses is this mode is you have to actually defeat them normally. I don't think any other battle makes you do this, but this one. In my opinion, I think it's a trolling mechanic sign though, because like a lot of the giant bosses were built around using the weak sash to take them out. So when you take away that mechanic entirely, that makes all of the enemies very. Also, I don't like going back because he will regularly dodge our attacks. He's moving out so fast too, like I said. It's really hard to catch Artorok with that attack. Okay, finally defeating him. Okay, I guess we'll check in a minute what is required for the A-rank time, actually. If it's even required or not. So yeah, these first two essentially done in minutes. The rainy ones will be much more longer, more like the Brave Battle timers. Figured removing the 50-minute Brave Battle when we're... I didn't check. Why did I not check that? It might just be... Is it? No. Okay, it is clear time tails. Alright, so you are intended to speedrun these. So you need to be somewhat fast, but they also make the near time easier and easier to achieve as you get later on into the game. By the last one, I think you have an even more than normal A-rank time. I think it's like 20 plus minutes or something. I don't know. I think the lowest I got was like 15 or something. I don't know. This is the one where, because there's so many enemies, it makes more sense to try and play this a bit more safer. That was a really good timing on that. Down. Just one more to go, and we're on to the first of the final waves. Don't want to force you to go up into the air first. So you can do that. That time, I'm just defeating him outright. Okay. And I don't even have to use magic. See, in this one, we try to rely on magic drops from the enemies themselves to help out a bit with this one. Because then it makes it a lot easier. Right, I'll use magic once to get knocked out, and we'll defeat the magic stats scoop right away this time. Let's do this attack. We'll probably give me the biggest damage overall. Defeat the remaining Dark Sand to finish this off. The only reason we're able to hold off a little bit on actually using Magic Fountain Plus is simply because there are more enemies this time around. So I feel like speedrunning for the first couple waves is important for that matter. Looks like we're defeating a bunch of Aeropods for these missions. Keep knocking him back instead of him to the right side. Nice. Okay. You have more Aeropods. I barely caught him somehow. That was probably on the very edge of his hitbox too. Alright, cool. Alright, I say now's the time we get magic uses in, shall we? I just wanted it late because obviously seeing the animation magic does take a little bit of time, but it is also the fastest way to get back up hill, so it's kind of a nice trade-off in a way. Getting some nice magic drops so we can use another one before we have to use fairy magic again. Okay, this is where it gets really tricky. Also, I think there's a regular Ardjark in here as well. Oh, we have the regular Ardjark already. Okay, cool. We can defeat him pretty quickly. Alright. Now quickly go over and defeat the other enemy. Ah! I actually wanted that to finish him off, but whatever. I was actually trying to do a 6 strategy where I'd run over here, get some hills just before they took away my troops. Said I had to ruin it all on Leon, Satsui, Leonard Shea. Okay, I'm joking. Well, 1 hit is, I guess, 1 hit. 1 HP, I guess. Yeah, very jolly, but we finally defeated the second Assassin squad, at least. Alright. So there'll be at least 1 more extra wave, maybe another, and then the final. Then the final one will have a total of 6 waves. That one's typically the easiest of the bunch, because it's so many troops to take out. You might just get a lot of those troops by just naturally defeating enemies. I will admit, if you're trying to do this challenge in the original game where you do not have better ranks, Survival Battle 1 and 2 will be the hardest challenges for you, unless they actually did make it so where it's only 1200 hills, then only the first poses any significant threat. The others you just get thrown to, so it's pretty easy to get A rank. It's more, you should be more worried about your time. Gotta be careful, this is the level 3 version of battle. They can really go south if you don't know it. I just filed a bit normally there because there was a lot of troops nearby, so that gave me a few things there. This would probably be the trickiest with characters that do not have good AoE because they almost exclusively have to rely on fairy magic to get heroes instead, which takes a long time. Alright. There's, I think, both dark enemies there. I think now it's exclusively just dark enemies. Oh yeah, that's true. He's certainly like this. There we go. Let's take out the last interfere first before we go for Jock. Good. Alright, Captain is gone. No troops will be inside now. Don't want them doing more damage than they need to. I think, from what I found, at least for these battles, free is the same. But another thing I could start doing, honestly, is just look at my record for the A rank. So if I got above that or around that amount, I should have the A rank pretty easily. Go. And yeah, some characters, due to not having the best, so we'll probably have to just basic attack and dodge for a little bit, so they'll take particularly long to take out these dark enemies. So either this different one, okay, this one apparently will be the last battle. Go ahead and get the HP right away, this one is not this one. We'll use this, because it's probably the last time we'll be able to use it. I know for some safety strategies, if you're worried, one of the only other strategies you can use is actually just use special attacks, but again, it's really character dependent. For instance, Lana could probably cut through them pretty fast using special attacks. Other characters have to rely on other stuff instead, in my sense. Strategy will be vastly different for each character, so showing this times may actually be worth it. You know what's really funny? Because Dark Moon is about the same every Dark Ganon is actually the weakest of the Dark bosses due to having less health and also being super easy to deal with. This battle, supposedly having at least 1,000 kills should be enough. It's a good thing Sheik has a superpowered attack, otherwise it would be really hard to actually do any damage to the bosses. Now we can just take damage from the rest one. Because, as I remembered before, the survival battles still work the exact same like they do in Smash Bros. Where, I mean, in Ganon's Fury. Because, yeah, you can take as much damage as you want, the game won't care, and you will still get the A rank. I think they probably did that on purpose, considering how it would be to dodge attacks in the original game, considering it's much more steep for getting the A rank just due to the way the damage scoring is calculated. It's weird, but true. Alright, we have 99 rupees, and we're probably going to stay at there for the rest of the game, because there's really nothing we want to buy, and all the characters will be maxed soon anyway. So we'll probably have 99 rupees for the rest of the game. Alright, so this is what I want to look at. How many kills did I need in both? Okay, so I say if I get 6k kills, I should be fine. So, that's still a lot, but it probably will work. So, I guess I'll stick with that for now. If I can do it with less, like maybe this, I think that would be fine. But I still want to try if it's just 6 kills. I think it would be more fun that way. The only wave we'll sip this time is the first wave. Although I say that in this wave looks like it has a lot of chips, so you know what? I'm not taking any chances. We're just going straight in. So yeah, so 6k kills is what we want to aim for, about that much. Again, if somebody could tell me how much kills I need, especially for survival battle level 4, it would be really helpful. For speedrunning, because it could be done a lot faster if we had that. Haven't gotten any of your senses yet. That's only because I've shown it yet. more than enough for the first wave. I don't want to do any more than I need to. I will say these particular battles will probably go pretty fast, considering you can just destroy giant bosses really fast, so I don't think this will take that long. Zio will also probably be really fast, because both Lana and Zio do really big damage to giant bosses. Hey, let's not get the heart right away, because this is battle around, and we want to wait until to use it if we need to. Know what to do there. So I just used the special to get out of that. Alright, let's do this now. There's a large number of troops here. We can get a good here. And yeah, already up to 1200. I would actually be surprised if they reused the rank system. I'm surprised, in fact, that they changed they already took time to change the 1600 in Definitive Edition. I wouldn't be surprised if they changed other things too. But again, there's no way of knowing, so I think just large amount of troops you can helps out a bit. That was a weaker one, so I'm not too worried about taking that. We got the most to miss out of that heal anyway. It's fine. In the other mode, we were literally doing the opposite of the strat set. We were not even healing at all, and we're saving hearts to get a quarter of a heart. But now that we are so good at the game, and we also have 255 characters, it's not quite as bad. I think if you were doing this at a low level, then for sure you'll have to do the same strategy as last time. Try to save your HP to get hearts, and also maybe try using magic a bit better. Because even when you have taking a lot of damage, magic itself will make you invulnerable for 1 full minute minimum, and more depending on how long your magic spirit lasts. Because you cannot be killed while you're in focus spirit mode normally. Unless you remove it for some reason. This is the second use of Adventure Fountain now. Fountain Plus, that is. Excuse me, I wanted to actually use Extreme Crush Blades, thank you. Yeah, it worked. Let's take out the center before another boss appears. We don't want more than... Oh wow, there's a... And it kept it all the way back on... that might do stuff. Okay, we have to move very fast. The Rally Captain buffs them, we could get to damage-wise almost immediately. Not based off of that it's taken in the battle, but more our health-wise. Let's run over and get him quickly. Help it, not dodge your attack. I attack, please. Thank you. Alright. Got that done. I don't think there's enough troops for it to be worth it now for using another bonus unit. So we'll just immediately take out this guy. And we got the worst attack in the game, the roll. When he rolls, you pretty much always fail dodge your attack. That's the only time that is really trolly is when he's doing that. That's the best animation you can see. An attack plus his fireball, because he takes a long time to throw it, giving you plenty of time to just lay in on him. So I think in lower levels, you would have to pretty much play a dodge game with the characters, which makes actually getting the A rank quite tight. That's why waiting until 255 to do this is really ideal. Keep in mind though, the original max level was only 100, but I think the developers saw something when they were including this mode and probably raised the max level to be safe. Because by the end, they were able to eventually reach 255. They figured by putting it at that, it would make the battles work better, which, to be fair, made sense. So, yeah, it makes the battles a lot easier if you have it. That seems like a mess. That I feel like I didn't need to do. I got frozen, but hit them at the same time, so stunned near the end. It's weird. That'll happen sometimes, though. Okay, let's just immediately use this right now. What I find really weird about the regens is their stun doesn't even do any damage. Very awkward and also creepy. All it really does is freeze you. Like, it doesn't do any damage, which I guess makes sense from a perspective when you normally don't take damage from them anyway when they do that attack. That time I took damage, but that was because it was the poison attack instead. Or the poison part of the attack, I guess you could say that. Okay, that took out that enemy. Got him. I don't want to run into that right away. Whatever. Okay, I need to do like this really quick, but then use Satchel to knock the banners back so they don't mess with my plan. Alright, good. Now that Oma is defeated, we could just focus on the Dark Landas to finish this wave off really quick. Figures the one that had to take out Axe uses a Satchel, so we have to wait for that to end. And now we are done with this wave. I just have to wait for the animations to play out. We'll keep attacking enemies until then, though. Well, it's going through all of them first. There we go, I finally despawned them all. Then we got an Air Magic use. For free. Kind of thinking of it so far, it has been lasting exactly 25 minutes, so I think this will be a fair time, more than I expected. I think I like this. This is how I'll set up the videos from now on. Again, I don't know, I probably do not need 6 kills, but I do it anyways because I don't want to have to replay this battle. It's so on already. I'd rather not have to replay it because I missed the A rank. Of course, if anything, I'd probably be more worried about missing the time rank more than anything. Because it is possible to start off these battles, although unlike the boss challenge, there's not really a good reason to do it this time. I did not need to do that. There we go. time I was ready for that. Was ready for that too. So many V-Deads there are in just this one area. You know what? I'm gonna use Extreme Crush just to take them out. That's how awkward they are. I will literally use Extreme Crush just to make sure I get a guaranteed attack on them so we can actually defeat them without them just interrupting me every few minutes. So yeah, out of all the captains, the Redeads are certainly the most annoying just due to often they will try to immobilize you constantly, and the fact that they could almost immediately do it as a first attack. It's faster than... Oh, okay. Well, that's the first time that's happened in a while. So, as you might have noticed, because this is still a survival battle, yes, if you take too long, every month in early, it's actually bad for trying to get the mini rank fast on time, which means we may not be doing so well on time now that I've it. Part of that is I was dilly-dallying and trying to take out that armor. It's probably where most of the problem came from, but thankfully that didn't take too long to fix. I actually want to dart the dongle first. Oh, yeah, I'll immediately. Alright, of him. Alright, no more magic fountains. So I have to time when to use it now. Defeating Ardrock should be pretty easy though, because he's just regular Ardrock. He cannot even through my attacks. I just realized because Ardrock has such a lengthy damage threshold, we need to use 2 fire attacks to actually guarantee a boost smashing in time. And yes, I know it's a weak point sash, but calling it smash is easier and more funnier, because then it almost reminds me of Super Smash Bros. Get it? I say that, and I hardly have ever played that series. I did grow up with it as a kid, though. Personally, I do like Super Smash Bros. I just don't play it as often as I feel like I should. I also kind of suck at playing games, so I'm not sure people would like to see me do that at all. Doesn't help that my brother technically owns our copy of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, so doubt I'll be playing that for any time soon unless I get my own copy instead. I don't know. I'm not gonna ask that of you guys yet. We still have to clear this game after all. Alright. Alright. And they appeared early. That means tells like these weaker characters are gonna keep having problems with defeating the in time before the other enemies spawn in. I guess part of the problem is it just takes so long to defeat. Okay, that. I think I'm just gonna defeat those guys first. They're gonna be really annoying otherwise. Okay. Jeez Louise, they're super tanky too. Gotta take his line, his last soul to take out. I mean, dead. Okay, alright, well, that's at least a faster timing than before. I think some characters will just have bombs doing this fast. That's Dark Manhandla. That is a Dark Manhandla. Okay, this will be a lot more intimidating now. Dark Manhandla is not quite as easy as the other bosses. He rotates quickly, and on the hardest, I don't want to take any chances. I think I'm just gonna have to special for most of his attacks. Oh, jeez. Okay, you know what? Let's run away from that. I'm not fighting that. That's way too many enemies at once. So, let's take out this Rally Captain real quick, and I guess this other Darkseia. Here and here. And I'll have to run again. Sardrock's right there. I'll pick up some health to cover what we lost. And we're doing this to separate the enemies so that we only get Hardrock instead of both of them at the same time this time. No, we could just magic through it and get the way, but I don't want to risk that. Oh my gosh, the sounder didn't even... anyway. Okay, alright. Magic to try and get these guys to slip. Then we'll just special to quickly take out some of them. Oh yeah, that's right, this is a harder battle. See what I mean now by this damage threshold? I feel like doing this in a fast time is pretty much until unless you have 255 of the character you plan on using. Then it'll be character dependent. Who can go fast and who doesn't go fast at all. And get only a little bit of time to use our attack there. Okay, dodge the cheap attack. That's good. Done correctly, Manhandla can be defeated faster with this character since we do have a point. Problem is, I'm not sure what to do. And yes, for some characters, it's probably easy. Okay, I guess that works good enough. So yeah, in dark form, Manhandla is a very tough boss. In non-dark form, she is usually pretty easy to beat. Because you can knock them down pretty easily. Thankfully, you don't have to deal with those videos anymore for a bit, and we already have our 6A hills. So that's basically what I'm using now to figure out when to rush for the objective. So, now we have that, we can go through and win easily, hopefully. Oh, okay, that's not a good start at all. We don't have our magic up, so the only way we could really stall them is with magic. Two of them can matter too, that doesn't help. Let's get rid of these moblins first before we try fighting them. Guess if we wanted to, we could actually use Screen Crush to interrupt their attack pattern. Do we really need to do that? That's ideally the attack I want to see, because then stand still for a few minutes, it doesn't really do much. Let me just wail on him. Again, I'm not too worried, unless we get to low health. You can take as much damage as you want, it doesn't matter, you'll still get the A rank. Now imagine how much damage that would be in lower levels. I can only imagine how much crap you would have to go through just to win one of these. That's where it could get really tricky. See, look, 21 minutes, easy A rank still. They make it easier to... on purpose, due to how long this battle actually takes. Alright. So there we go. We now have A rank with Sheik. We'll just check to make sure, but yeah, if we go here, yep. That is the full challenge mode, complete as an A rank with Sheik. So now in the next video, if we do this, we'll move on to Lana. Lana's should be pretty quick though, because she has a really broken special she can destroy giant bosses with, so not gonna be too worried about him. Challenge, it should be pretty easy. It didn't help though that Sheik had a weaker weapon, so she was doing less damage overall. Those are challenges that get easier if you have a really built weapon, so it'll really just be dependent on weapon more than anything. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, peace.